Safety is of utmost importance in cases of emergencies, like health crisis. But this should not impede learning. Students should be allowed to continue learning in the safety of their homes. Vibal brings you the Smart Homeschool Kit. The Smart Homeschool Kit offers complete tools for a homeschool setup while encouraging collaboration between teachers and parents. This kit contains the following. First, Smart Wizard. These workbooks provide age-appropriate supplementary activity sheets to challenge learners' understanding of the lessons and help them put their learnings into practice. A teacher's guide that serves as a manual for monitoring the learning progress of students at home is also available in the kit. This kit also contains a parent's guide to assist parents in guiding their children while learning at home. Daily lessons are made available in Smart Class. Aside from lessons, these books feature performance tasks aligned with DepEd's K-12 curriculum, good for an entire school year. And to monitor students' learning progression at home, Smart Homeschool Kit also features the Smart HMS, an online monitoring system designed for homeschool learning with features including assignment of lessons and tasks to students, and tracking of learners' progress through analytics. Get the Smart Homeschool Kit today. Email marketing@vibalgroup.com for more details.
Good day, Kabibal, and welcome to our Facebook Live learning session. For the discussion this morning, our topic will be speaking tips to improve your online teaching. Before we begin, take note of the following reminders. First, you have to make sure you're registered to the webinar to have your e-certificate of participation. Visit certificate.vivalgroup.com to generate your proof of attendance. Place your questions in the comment box allotted during the session, and they will be addressed by a speaker later on. Share the video using hashtag LearnAs1PH as our official hashtag to our Bibal webinars. Experience learning, Kabibal. And now to proceed with our webinar this morning, it is my pleasure to introduce to you our distinguished speaker. Mr. Charles Geronimo is a graduate of Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English in the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, Manila. As a licensed professional teacher, he has taught various subjects like Filipino, Social Studies, Science, TLE, ESP, and MAPE. Today, he teaches online and handles English 7 and 8 in Affordable Private Education Center or APEC schools. His strength in effective speaking has given him opportunities outside the four walls of the classroom that led him into public speaking and hosting events. In his spare time, he attends different workshops that is focused on education and personal development. His mission as a teacher is not just educate, empower, and influence his students, but also to help his fellow teachers to elevate their teaching skills in speaking, student engagement, and classroom management. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Charles Geronimo.
Thank you, Ms. Michelle. Good morning, everyone. I hope you're having a great day so far. Good morning, and thank you for being here. First of all, I just want to say thank you, Sabival, for giving me this opportunity to really speak and talk about something that I'm really passionate about. And again, thank you for everyone who's watching this. Thank you for the hundreds or thousands of likes and shares that you had for this event and for this webinar. My heart is so full right now, and I just can't stop smiling because it's something that I really want to share to everyone, because I believe speaking is one of the most important skills na meron tayong dapat as a teacher. Ayun, gaya nga nasabi kanina ni Ms. Michelle, no? I'm a high school teacher. I teach in APEC schools. And right now, I've been teaching for 5 years. So I've been doing this, speaking and teaching for a long time now. And like what Miss Michelle said, speaking really brought me to many places into public speaking and even hosting events. And today I would share to you this topic, which is speaking tips for online teaching. Yeah. So uh, first and foremost, everyone, speaking tips for online teaching. Gusto ko lang i-share right now, we're having our first ever online teaching. And sa school namin, we've been doing it now for 3 weeks already. Yeah, 3 weeks already. And I have been with a lot of students already and experienced a lot of things with them. So for today, if you're wondering, what is this workshop for me? What is it for me? Well, mga kabibel and everyone who's listening right now, this event or this webinar will tell you or teach you how can you communicate better and clearly, build your confidence, and make your students or even anyone listen to you. Okay? Kung handa na kayo makinig, well, let's get it on. Okay. So, by the way, everyone, I just want to share this. I attended the workshop I think this was last July. It was a training workshop from Voice Box Training University. And I'm not showing this to impress anyone. No? I'm showing this to express to you that as a teacher, we really have to attend workshops or seminars that can really help to elevate our teaching skills. And ako nga, sabi ko nga kanina, one of the things that I really think that teachers should have is really the speaking skill. So as you can see, thank God, unfortunately, I was chosen as one of the best speakers in that 3-day virtual event. And if you want, and if you're curious about this workshop too, I'm willing to share this workshop later to you at the end of the session. Now, another thing, most of the things that I'll be discussing, I got from here and also from years of experience. Now, before we begin, how to get the most out of this. Now, let me just read this by Abigail Adams. Learning is not attained by chance. It must be sought for with ardor and attended with diligence. Now, what does this mean? It's meaning to say to everyone listening right now, I know there could be people here right now listening na may ibang ginagawa. Maybe naggagawa kayo ng, I don't know, lesson plan or nagtatapos kayo ng presentation or nag-aalaga kayo ng mga anak nyo or I don't really know. But I believe the moment that you step into this webinar is a moment of learning. So ayokong masayang yun na parang gagawin nyo lang tong background noise, no? Habang may ginagawa kayong iba. If I can request everyone, if you really want to get the most out of this, I want you to really listen. Because as you know, or if you don't know yet, when you talk about speaking, it's also important to listen. Most of the time, we speak a lot, we speak too much, but we always forget to listen. So hopefully everyone today, as you join me in this webinar, and to get most out of this, please do listen. And I also want to say that, again, it will be well appreciated and as a sign of respect. Another thing, if you're in Facebook right now and watching or in YouTube, I hope you're getting the most out of this by really commenting everything that you will hear here here in this webinar. Everything that you will find important or beneficial for you, please type it. I know, I think one of the things that we always type in this kind of webinar is like, good morning, #LearnAs1PH. Now that's good. That's good. But I want to also know where you are. And again, good morning, everyone. But I really would appreciate if what you will write more is what you will learn. So that when people go back to it, they will not just watch the video, but they can also see the learnings that you're having. And again, that is share, no, that is something that I would really appreciate, share and participation. And also, yeah, like having a share this video, share it to everyone that you think will benefit from it. Now, let's get into business. I have here 3 statements that I believe Hindi lang ako yung nagtanong. Hindi lang ako yung nagsabi. Most likely, yung iba rin sa atin, nagawa na to. O nasabi na to. Maybe verbally or maybe sa isip natin. Ito yung gusto kong mangyari. No? As I read this, I want you to really see alin dito yung baka nasabi nyo na. For example, number 1. In terms of speaking, nasabi nyo na ba na sometimes I feel like I'm talking to myself. Parang wala akong kausap. Kumbaga parang meron lang while you're talking. And teachers, I will tell you, there will be moments like that in online teaching. Number 2, ikaw ba to? I say it over and over and over and over again and they still don't get it. Ano ba? Para na akong sirang plaka dito and bakit hindi pa rin nila nagigets yung gusto kong sabihin? Now I know, diba? Huwag natin itanggi, naisip na natin yan once in our teaching life. And number 3, it's almost as if they completely tune me out. Hindi na talaga sila nakikinig sa akin. Just if I can share, before I became a teacher, right? Before I became who I am today, as I believe as an excellent speaker, I was really very awkward. Well, I mean, I can present, no, but you know, yung typical na estudyante kapag nagre-report ka sa harap ng klase. Alam niyo yun, yung parang yung nag-stutter ka. Ganun ako. And nung nagpa-practice teaching na ako, ito yung malupit. For my first week, no, in my first class, when I started discussing, again, sabi ko nga sa inyo, awkward ako mag-discuss before. Hindi ako pinapakinggan. Makikita mo sa isang side, may nagkakwentuhan. Sa isang side, may nag-aayos ng buhok. Sa likod, yung mga boys, naglalaro. Eh, hindi ko makuha yung attention nila. So, sabi ko, ayokong ma-experience na ulit to. Kaya from that day on forward, I said to myself, never again. So I did a lot of research, I did a lot of practice. That's why I came to this point. Now, again, I would like you to look at these 3 statements. And hopefully, in the comment, no, in the FB Live or YouTube, please do comment the number 1, 2, or 3. Alin dito yung sa tingin mo, pinaka nasabi mo na in your years of teaching? Alin sa tatlong yan? Now, as you do that, gusto ko lang ding i-remind sa inyo na sino ba tayo? First and foremost, we are teachers, right? We are teachers. We are here to educate and to influence our students. And sometimes, nagiging isip na rin natin ay, this is something about me, and this is what I want my students to receive. So minsan, madalas, ang nakikita lang natin is yung fault on the other side, which is the students, hindi sila nakikinig. Ayaw nilang mag-participate or hindi sila sumasagot kapag nag-zoom. Lagi naka-mute, walang camera. Pero ito yung gusto kong tanongin niyo sa sarili natin. And I also ask this to myself, no, most of the time. Why is it important for me as a teacher to be good in speaking? I think this is the most important thing that you need to realize. More than the statements on the previous slide, I think this question is something that you really need to ask yourself. If you can do it right now, if you can reflect for just 10 seconds, ask yourself, bakit ba importante para sa akin na isang guro para maging magaling sa pagsasalita? Kapag naisip mo na, gusto ko, itatak mo muna yan sa isip mo. Okay? As we go through, hopefully, makatulong din ako para matulungan ka din sa pag-iisip ng tamang sagot or ideal na sagot para sa question na to. Now, 4 things to remember before I go on to the actual topic. 1, change perspective. 2, authenticity engages. 3, awareness. And 4, audacity. Now, ano ba tong 4 na to? Number 1, change perspective. Sabi ko nga kanina, yes, we are teachers. Yes, we are here to educate. Yes, we are here to present the lesson to them. But you have to remember who should be the most that should benefit from it? Is it us? Na kapag na-feel natin, magaling natin na ituro yung lesson, okay na yon. Nasa tingin natin may ilang bata na nakagets, okay na yon. Change your perspective. Teachers, students will pay more attention to us if they feel that they are important. We are here to give them our attention. Minsan kasi, ang nangyayari sa change perspective, no, ang dami natin laging gustong sabihin. To the point na wala nang chance para magsalita yung mga estudyante natin. Let's give our attention to them. Let's focus the attention to them. Okay? Instead of us giving everything to them. Our goal as a teacher is not to give all the information to the students. Our goal is to help them think for themselves. Help them think about the topic, about the lesson. Okay? Because with that, we will develop better learners, not just followers. Number 2, authenticity engages. Be yourself. Be you. Okay? Now, but disclaimer, be your best you. Let me repeat. Be your best you. What does that mean? Maybe right now, you're wondering, kasi Sir Charles or Mr. Geronimo, hindi talaga ako magaling mag-speak eh. Hindi talaga ako like well-versed or mahina talaga yung boses ko. Now, okay, I understand that, but you have to remember everything, or rather speaking is a skill that you can hone, that you can grow, na pwede mong practicein, na pwede kang gumaling. Skill kasi yun eh. Hindi lang siya talent na dine-develop din yan at nagiging skill. So be you, be the best version of you. Because when students realize that you are showing your true self to them, they will really appreciate you more as a teacher. Number 3, awareness. Be aware of who your audience are. Sino ba nakikinig sa'yo? Estudyante, yes. Pero sino itong mga estudyanteng to? You have to know your learners. You have to get to know them. And number 4, audacity. Be bold enough. Okay? Be bold enough to stand in front of a classroom, or right now, be bold enough to stand in front of a webcam and to speak. Be bold enough to, again, let's go back to number 2. Be bold enough to be the best version of yourself. And, speaking. Did you know, in terms of effective communication, there's a percentage. As you can see, 7% is more into words. 38% voice or the way you speak. 55% is body language. Now, body language is important in speaking, but I will not really focus on that. But some few tips that I can tell here in body language, if you are standing, right, like me right now, I'm actually standing as I present this talk or webinar. If you're standing, make sure your body is straight, and then your shoulder is relaxed, but not to the point na nakaganon ka naman. Have a posture of authority. Okay? Even if you're sitting down, make sure you have a posture of authority. At the same time, we talk about body language. As you can see right now, I don't know if whatever screen you're watching right now, as you can see, ang nakikita nyo lang sa akin is ito. Tama? Ito lang. So ano nakikita sa atin? Mukha, kamay, at yung upper body, itong half body. So make sure that as you do online teaching, you'll utilize these features. Okay? Huwag kayo maging blanco lang. Alright? Let me focus on 38%. Voice or the way you speak. And that is what I'm going to talk about in the next few slides. Again, if you're listening right now, we're talking about speaking tips on online teaching. Please do comment everything that you're learning in our Facebook Live and YouTube. Now, what's the first thing that you have to remember in terms of effective speaking? Number 1 is believe. Okay? Remove your limiting beliefs. Anong ibig sabihin nito? Tanggalin mo lahat sa isip mo at sa puso mo yung mga bagay na nag-hold back sa'yo para maging mas magaling kang speaker, para mas magaling kang teacher. Okay? Ano ba itong mga beliefs na to? Usually, we look at the past. Diba? Yun nga, sabi ko kanina, yung kwento ko, if I look at my past, pwede ako pang hinaan ng loob eh. Diba? Na tinawa na lang ako, na hindi sila nakinig sa akin. Sometimes we also look at expectations. Hala, ano bang magiging dating ko sa mga estudyante ko? Hala, hindi ko sila nakikita. Hala, hindi ito katulad ng traditional classroom na ang dali-dali lang. Sana. Ano yung mga expectations mo? And I want you to really look into that and change also your belief. Okay, change your belief. Because whatever you believe in or don't believe in, either it's true. Again, whatever you believe in or don't believe in, either is true. Meaning kasi, kung ito pinapaniwalaan mo, para sa'yo, syempre, totoo yan para sa'yo. Kung ano hindi mo pinapaniwalaan para sa'yo, so syempre, hindi yan totoo. So what are you believing in? Okay, teachers, what are you believing in right now as an effective speaker, as an effective teacher? If I were you, if you can do this right now, if you can say this to yourself, again, right now, kahit malakas o mahina, pwede mo bang sabihin to? I am an effective speaker. Again, I am an effective speaker. Magaling ako magsalita. Magaling akong magsalita. Nakikinig lahat sa akin. Yung mga estudyante ko na i-engage ko at kami ay nag-i-enjoy. Believe. Remove your limiting beliefs. Second, exercise. Now, hindi ito yung exercise as in physical exercise, no? I just want to say, exercise, take good care of your voice. Now, physical exercise can actually help, by the way, everyone. Kasi, kapag nag-exercise ka kasi, you feel better, right? You feel better, you're more happy or you're happier. That's why it also reflects in your body and in the way you speak. So physical exercise, please do that too, especially in these times. But what I really want to focus here is to take good care of your voice. Teachers, mga guro, ang ating boses ay ang ating puhunan. Tama? Ako, di ko na mabilang yung mga moments na napaos ako kakaturo. Kasi nga, ang dami ko rin minsan gustong sabihin. And ang hirap sobra. Merong point na dahil hindi ko naalagaan yung boses ko, pero hindi ako pwedeng umabsent. Alam niyo ginawa ko? Meron kaming presentation, nagka-present kami sa PowerPoint. Gagawin ko, syempre hindi ko masabi yung gusto kong sabihin kasi nga wala akong boses. Ang gagawin ko, Google Translate. Google Translate. Tatype ko yung gusto kong sabihin. I teach English, so I type in English. And then I will play. And then I will choose the voice, kung ano mas magandang voice na pwedeng iyan ni Google Translate. And then Google Translate will tell for me what I want to say. Well, that is a technique that you can use kapag napaos kayo. Pero imagine yung tagal na magta-type ka pa, magta-translate pa, di ba? And then the students will parang sasabihin, sir, bakit gano'n? Ano nangyayari? Di ba? So again, take good care of your voice. Now, let me share, before this, I actually did a warm-up. In exercise, you do a warm-up para maging okay yung pag-exercise mo all throughout, di ba? Para hindi sumakit yung mga parte ng katawan mo. And if I can, actually, can I share something to you? Can I share a warm-up exercise? Okay lang ba yun? Sige, ganito kasi, ito natutunan ko to kay Julian Treasure. I watched this in his TED Talk, no? And this is what he said. And again, if you can do this, please do this right now. It will really be something that you will be amazed. Kasi nung una, hindi rin ako naniniwala. Kasi nung pinanood ko to, ang weird. Sobrang weird talaga. As in, hindi, parang isipin mo na parang mukha akong ewan. Pero, if you do this, it will really help you to have a modulated voice and be better in speaking. So basically, meron siyang 6 na exercise. Again, if you can do this with me, I will really appreciate that. And maybe you can type done kapag ginagawa nyo o nagawa nyo na. No? So again, 6 good warm-up exercise for your vocals. Number 1, it's just deep inhale and exhale. So basically, let me just move na. Basically, yung gagawin nyo lang dito is inhale kayo ng deep through your nose, and then when you exhale, you will do this. Okay, one more time. Inhale. Exhale. You can also do this as you inhale, not through your nose. You can also do it through your mouth. So, okay, it gives you, kumbaga, para kasing nag-ano siya ng air dito sa throat natin. So that's number one. Number two, we exercise our mouth. So we can say ba. Actually, the lips, no? Ba. Okay, you can do this 10 times, but let me just repeat it 2 more times for everyone. Ba. Ba. The third one is you will use your tongue and you will do an exaggerated la. Okay? So, medyo nakakaya to, no? Pero again, I really want to do this to help you out. So, tongue, la, 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 la. Okay? Kung ginagawa niyo ngayon, natatawa kayo, good job. Okay, pwede niyo i-try pa before kayo magturo. Number 4, ito favorite ko rin to, sa labi ulit. Gagawin niyo lang, alam niyo parang motorboat. No? So gagawin niyo lang is ganito. One more time. But of course, please don't do this in front of someone, no? Kasi mga medyo hindi, medyo hindi hygienic yun. At the same time, when you do that, please wag namang may laway. Diba? Wag namang may laway. And then next after that would be, I think this is number 5, no? Number 5 is R. So you do it like this. So it's like, parang inaan niyo yung tongue niyo para mas maging komportable yung dila niyo pag nagsasalita kayo. And ito yung pinaka-last, ito yung pinaka-weird sa lahat, pero I think can also help you to, to test your pitch. And I think Julian Treasure said that this is called the siren. Diba? Kunyari ngayon, this times, diba, meron tayong mga curfew, may narinig tayong siren kapag curfew niya. Parang ganoon lang din. Pero basically, ganito siya. Gagawin ko siya 2 beses. And again, please do it with me if you can. If not, if you're watching this in a replay, I hope you also do this too. So this is how it goes. So parang siren. Pataas muna tayo, tapos pababa. Okay na yun. Okay na yun. Siren. Di ba tunog siren siya? Kasi yun nga, is something that can actually help you to use the high pitch and the low pitch. Okay? Because both are very important when you speak. So that's exercise. So again, believe, exercise. Number 3, stories. Yan. Stories tell, emotions tell. Ang mga bata, mahilig yan sa story. Okay? Meron akong gustong sabihin, no, and I hope this will not offend anyone, but I just really like this quote. Sabi ng isang kaibigan, kung walang kwento, walang kwenta. Again, pag walang kwento, walang kwenta. And ayun, maraming beses na I think totoo yun. No? Totoo talaga yun. Kasi usually kapag nagle-lesson tayo, what we do is we're transactional. Ito yung alam ko, ito yung gusto kong malaman mo, gawin mo. Parang ganun, no? Yun yung gusto natin mangyari. Pero what would really be benefit our students and the way we teach is to really incorporate stories and make your teaching not transactional but conversational. Para ka lang nakikipagkwentuhan sa kanila. Diba? Parang ang saya lang, diba? For example, imagine this. Kailan ka mas nag-enjoy kapag may kausap? Diba kapag mayroon nagsasabi ng story? Okay? And again, you just relate things about your lessons. Now, pwede mo sabihin, paano ka naman ba nilalagyan ng storya yung math? Diba? Yung science or whatever. Kung anong subject mo tinuturo mo. Well, again, everything has a story. You can incorporate that. Okay? I think it's better also to give real-life example or real-life stories para makonect talaga nila. Okay, itong topic na to, kaya may inaaral to kasi nagamit pala ni Sir to or nagamit ni Ma'am sa buhay niya. So, I think importante talaga to. So, stories tell, emotions tell. But let me give a warning. Like sabi ko nga kanina, pag walang kwento, walang kwenta. Pero on the other side naman, kapag sumobra tayo, pag puro kwento, wala rin kwenta. Kasi wala namang matututunan yung estudyante natin, di ba? So, make sure you have a good balance sa story natin. Pagbigay ng story. Okay. Number 4. I think I've been doing this all throughout already. And I hope you're laughing and having fun with me. Use humor. No one likes a boring class. Diba? Naging estudyante ka rin, ma'am, sir. Tama? At nung naging estudyante ka, alam ko, may mga teacher ka din na hindi pinakinggan kasi ang boring mong lesson nila. Diba? And again, I don't want that to happen to you. I don't want you, because alam ko na magaling kang guro, I don't want you to waste the 4 years or even right now, kung nag-study ka ng master's or kung doctorate ka na, I don't want you to, kumbaga, ma-waste yung presentation mo or yung teaching mo just because you were not able to present your lesson effectively. Again, I believe you are very excellent as a teacher. But when you talk about teaching, it should be fun. Diba? Balance of warm and balance of strict. So use humor, make them laugh. Okay? And one more thing before I move to the next slide. When we learn, our state of learning is always dependent in our emotion. Again, our state of learning is always dependent on our emotion. So when students have or experience more fun or nag-e-enjoy nila yung lesson mo or lesson nyo, mas matatandaan nila at mas magiging engaged pa sila dito. And at the same time, it would help you to become more confident as you speak. Okay? Next slide would be activate. Patapos na tayo. Okay? Malapit na tayo matapos. Activate. Activate your voice. Your voice includes your tone, your inflection, and passion. How you deliver something. Activate that voice. Sir, mahina talaga boses ko. Oh, sir, malalim talaga boses ko. Sir, mataas talaga yung boses ko. Again, I do that not to embarrass anyone or to offend anyone. I did that to prove to you na pwede kong gawin yun just by modulating my voice. Diba? Ito yung normal voice ko. And narinig nyo kanina na pwede ko siyang baguhin. Pababa, normal, and high. Again, speaking is a skill. If you think right now your voice is too small or too high or too deep, you can actually develop that if you will practice. Okay? So activate your voice. Second to the last is visualize. Picture out your best self. Kita nga sa picture. A guy is imagining things. He's looking into things. And I want you to do that too. What do I mean? Visualize. Before you teach, if you can do this, or before, actually at the start of your day, as you wake up, no? After you pray or whatever you do as you wake up, after you drink water, visualize your day. Okay? Visualize how you will present your lesson and in your best self, in your best state, in your best presentation. Visualize. Visualize very powerful. Teachers, is very powerful. Diba? Para siyang faith. Hindi pa natin, wala pa siya dito, wala pa siya dyan. Pero sa isip natin, nakikita na natin. Ang power no is that when we are in the exact moment, of that visualization, kapag nandun na tayo mismo, kaya nating execute yun. Bakit? Nakita na natin eh. Diba? Ako, itong ginagawa ko, nakita ko na ito dati pa. Maybe hindi as sa Bival or what, pero nakita ko yung sarili ko dati pa. Na mag-speak ako. And, you know, again, visualization is powerful. Now I'm here today. Thank you. Thank you, Bival. And last one, evaluate. All right, everyone, I hope you're learning a lot. And with the last point, it will be evaluate. Assess yourself. How? Well, basically, if you can do this, hindi naman kailangan every single day, no? Maybe in the first week of your online classes or your teaching, record yourself. Okay? A lot of video conferencing tools and apps can actually record your video. And what's good about this is that you see yourself through your your eyes. Alam ko, magiging weird yan, promise. Sobrang magiging weird na pinapanood mo yung sarili mo. Baka nga mapapaganto ka pa, mapapakringe ka talaga, nakikita mo yung sarili mo nagsasalita. Pero ang kagandahan nito, when you see yourself, you can correct yourself. Diba? Ayaw natin, ako personally, ayoko yung bata pa o someone else will correct me because hindi ko agad na-realize yun. At pwede ko namang gawin. evaluate yourself, assess yourself. Kapag nagsasalita ka, saan ka ba hindi gaano komportable o ano ba yung kailangan mong pang i-improve? Ano ba yung kailangan mong bawasan o dagdagan? Kapag nagsasalita ka ba, pakinggan mo yung sarili mo. Okay? Pakinggan mo yung sarili mo. How do you sound when you are talking to a webcam? Okay? So that when you teach, you know that, okay, this is how my students hear me. Ito, ganito ko paano narinig ng mga estudyante ko. When you do that, well, that will really make you an effective speaker. Everyone, let's go back, no? So, first one is believe. Again, if you are in Facebook Live and in YouTube, please type everything that you're learning. Believe, exercise, stories. Yeah, believe, exercise, stories. Use humor, activate, visualize, and evaluate. So basically, everyone, when we incorporate those things, the speaking tips on online teaching is basically be suave. Maging suave ka na guro. Be suave. Believe, exercise, stories, use humor, activate, visualize, and evaluate. And everyone, let me just say this quote by Henry A. Adams. A teacher affects eternity. He can never tell where his influence stops. As a teacher, you're not just a speaker. You're not just a communicator. You are an influencer. And as you stand or sit in front of a webcam and face your students in the upcoming school year, or if you're doing it right now, remember, you are an influencer. Whatever you say can influence the lives of your students. And I can attest to that. And I believe you know that this is true. Diba? Maraming estudyante na bumalik sa inyo na nagsabi, Sir, Ma'am, thank you. Thank you kasi sinabi mo sa akin to nung kailangan ko talagang marinig yun. Sir, Ma'am, thank you kasi sinabi mo to sa akin at naging mas confident ako sa ginagawa ko ngayon. Ma'am, Sir, thank you kasi sinabi mo pwede pala ako maging magaling na teacher, pwede pala ako maging magaling na writer, na scientist, na doctor, or whatever. Your words and the way you speak can influence a lifetime, and it will never stop. Okay, you are the greatest influencer, my dear teacher, my co-teacher. And I think this is my last slide. No, yeah. If you want to connect with me, I have my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram here, Charles Geronimo _ Charles Geronimo for Instagram. And before I end this webinar or my talk, I just want to say Happy Teachers Month, everyone. Baka hindi natin naalala. Happy Teachers Month, and I hope you have a great day after this. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. So we will proceed with the question and answer po. So our first question po is from Miss Ford Celeste Dumas. Hi, sir. How does effective speaking help instill enduring understanding among our students?
Can you please repeat, Miss?
How does effective speaking help instill enduring understanding among our students?
Yeah. Thank you for the one who asked that question. Again, like I said a while ago, speaking kasi talaga, the way you speak and how effective you speak, it will really get the attention of your students. And if you get the attention of your students, there's a higher percentage na mas maiintindihan nila yung sinasabi mo. Kasi nga naikinig sila sa'yo. Diba? Mahirap naman kasi yung nagsasalita ka, naririnig ka lang nila, pero hindi talaga sila nakikinig. So ayun, I think that's how effective speaking will help you to really get the attention of the students, therefore giving you higher percentage of engagement and learning from your students.
Thank you, sir. We'll proceed to the next question. Is from Miss Debbie Perez. Sir, ano ang maipapayo nyo sa mga hindi masyadong comfortable magsalita sa harap ng camera?
Ayun, salamat sa nagtanong yun. No? Actually, isa rin yan sa mga workout ko pa ngayon. I actually have this webcam and actually hindi talaga ako sanay pa na magsalita kasi nga parang hindi mo alam kung parang parang camera lang talaga kasi ginakausap mo. Pero the way to get used to it para maging masanay ka talaga is to practice. Okay? Practice lang talaga. And I'm not saying practice this during class, no. Practice this with your co-teachers. Maybe create your own Zoom meeting. Tapos, testing nyo, mag-speak lang kayo, usap kayo, and then sabihin nyo, ito rule natin to while we do the Zoom meeting. Lahat tayo titingin sa webcam. Okay, and then count all the times na hindi tumitingin yung isa sa webcam para meron kayong punishment or whatever. So again, the word is practice.
Thank you po, sir. Now we'll proceed to the next one from Miss Milka de Guzman. How do we develop speaking skills of our students, especially to those who are reluctantly speak in our class, be it online or face-to-face? Thank you for answering, sir.
Thank you. I love that question. Thank you. Actually, it's one of the things also that is starting i-workout din, no? Kasi when we talk about enhancing students' capability to speak, number one thing that you have to remember, everyone, you have to be the example. You cannot teach someone to speak better if you yourself cannot speak better or speak good. Diba? Kasi you are the best example of our students. We are the best example of our students. And if they see in us na magaling tayo magsalita, na komportable tayo, then, number one, they will believe na, okay, kaya ko rin to kasi ito yung nakikita ko kay ma'am or kay sir. Number two, involve them in your class. Ako, meron ako mga estudyante before, no? Ang ginagawa, yun nga, may reluctant, ayaw magsalita, shy. Well, you just have to give them small tasks. Na for example, pag recitation kasi usually ayaw talaga ng mga yan. Yun yung mga reluctant students sa recitation. No? Ang gagawin ko, hindi sa sagot. Ang gagawin ko, okay, maybe student A, can you please read this? You just read the instruction. Tapos from there, unti-unti, pwede mo na lang ma-build yung confidence nila kasi nakapag-speak na sila di ba? Kasi simple instruction lang naman yan. Minsan instruction 1 to 2 sentences lang. And itong mga batang to, as they realize na, uy, natapapansin ako ni ma'am, uy, natatawag ako ni ma'am. And then, when you do that, no, when they read, especially itong mga student na reluctant, compliment them. Like, wow, thank you for, wag naman yung OA na, pero mo sabihin na, thank you, student A for reading that. Okay? I really like how you said those words this time. Mas okay siya mas okay siya ngayon. Mas nag-improve ka. Yun, you compliment them, you make them realize na nag-improve sila. And I'll tell you, I have lots of students na rin before in my English class, no, na talagang nag-improve din. Ayan po.
Thank you so much, sir. Next one is from Mr. Jeremy Almarines. Is it possible to be a good speaker but not an effective speaker or vice versa? Or you should be both?
Is it possible to be a good speaker and an effective speaker? Tama po ba yun yung question?
Apo, is it possible po ba to be a good speaker but not an effective speaker or vice versa? Or you should be both?
Okay, thank you. Yes, I see where you're coming from, no? Kasi pwede mo nga talaga siyang i-distinct. Thank you for the one who asked this. I think from the two words itself, being different, ayun na yung sagot. Parang, if you're a good speaker, then you're good. You're good. Magaling ka. Magaling ka magsalita, magaling mong sabihin yung mga linya. When we talk about kasi effective speaker, hindi lang siya magaling sa mga skills na yun, no? When we say effective speaker kasi talaga, this is someone who not just knows what he says, who just don't know how to say it, but really knows how to let the listeners really engage sa sinasabi mo. Kasi kung magaling ka lang magsalita, pwede kang magsalita, di ba? Pero yun nga, an effective speaker kasi nakukuha niya talaga yung attention ng mga participants or audience niya. So if I will answer, you need to be both. You need to be a good speaker, hone your skill, galingan mo, practicein mo. At the same time, be an effective one, knowing na hindi lang ito para sa'yo, ito yung para sa audience mo or sa ating students.
Thank you so much, sir. Now we'll proceed to Mr. Jess Ray Frisco's question. Right. Sir, ang madalas ko pong problema ay ang dami kong naiisip pero nahihirapan ako na sabihin yung mga ideas ko. Ano po ang maipapayo nyo?
Thank you. Salamat sa tanong na yun. Mapapayo ko lang po ay gawa kayo ng outline. Di ba meron tayong lesson plan? Yung lesson plan kasi doon nangyayari lahat. Yung mga gagawin mo. Pero yung outline, gawa ka ng parang script. Pero not super, pwede mo gawing super detailed if you want. Tapos, tsaka mo na lang basahin. And then, tingnan mo, okay, ano ba dito yung pwede kong bawasan kasi sobrang haba. Ano yung pwede kong i-highlight. So, pwede kang gumawa ng outline or script for that. I think that's one thing na pwede mong gawin. Second thing is practice. Ayun pa rin, babalik tayo sa word na practice. No? Practice what you want to say. Record yourself. For example, you want to teach a very complex topic na ang daming gusto mong sabihin kasi ano mo yun parang forte mo yun. No? So, record yourself as you discuss it. And then, tingnan mo, panoorin mo yung sarili mo, and tingnan mo yung the nets na na-consume mo sa record na yon. And then, yun, same thing from the script, same thing. Tingnan mo kung ano yung pwede mong tanggalin, pwede mong i-highlight when you do it the second time or the third time kapag alam mong komportable ka na, ito yung kasabihin mo. So again, to cure that concern, no, yung ang dami mong gusto sabihin pero hindi mo alam kung paano sabihin to, again, do an outline. Pangalawa, practice.
Thank you so much, sir. So we have a question here from Nehemiah Toka. Sir, good morning. My question is, using the mother tongue language is using the mother tongue language is more effective in delivering the lesson?
All right. Pero kung English yan, syempre, hindi mo naman pwede, hindi sila matututo mag-English kung magtatagalog lang tayo ng tatagalog or gamitin natin yung mother tongue. But now, let me clarify this, no. Pero alam ko in the first or early years, no, in our elementary, if I'm not mistaken, mother tongue based talaga yung ginagamit natin. Kasi syempre, mga bata yun doon talaga sila mas matututo. Kasi yun yung nakasanayan nila sa bahay. Pero again, as they grow old, it develops. So, depende sa subject na itinuturo mo. And siguro ang tanong na to isa rin siguro maybe sa English pwede rin natin ipasok yan, no? Or sa subject na English yung ginagamit na language. Pwede ko bang gamitin yung mother tongue ko, for example, Tagalog, o kung ano man yung ginagamit ng mother tongue in teaching it? I think rule of thumb there is gauge mo. Kung baka English ka ng English, whether you teach English or science or math, or whatever subject you're teaching in the language of English, gauge mo, naiintindihan ka ba talaga ng mga to kapag sinasabi mo tong in English? Or pwede mong gawin na as you speak in English, kung sa tingin mo, makikita naman yan agad sa mukha, makikita agad sa expression nila, parang kukunot yung mga nila, and then you can gauge na, okay, I think hindi nila naiintindihan to in this language. Maybe I can use our mother tongue para ma-explain pa sa kanila. And then when you do that, balik ka lang ulit sa original language na tinuturo mo. So English, mother tongue English, para hindi nawawala yung essence of teaching the actual language for that subject. So, ayun, hopefully clear ko nasagot yung tanong.
Thank you so much, sir. Now we proceed to the last question for today from Miss Luna Katakutan. Sir, how can we boost our learners' confidence to speak in our class, especially if they are tasked to do a public speaking activity?
All right, nice. For the last question is a very good question. How do you build confidence to students? Let them realize that they can do it. Let's go back to the first letter that I said a while ago, which is belief. May mga belief kasi yung students natin na napanghawakan nila. Again, could be from their past, from their expectations sa klase nila, or sa experience nila mismo. So the first thing that we have to do is to break that mindset na hindi nila kaya o hindi sila confident. Kasi it all starts with the mind naman din talaga. Kaya yung kinakabahan o nahihiya, kasi yung nakasanayan niya. Maybe napagtawanan siya or maybe hindi siya nakapagsalita, sa in front of class. Kaya yung sa time mo na ikaw na yung teacher, hindi niya magawa. So again, first, make him or her believe that kaya niya. Second, Second is teach him or her, our students, the right skills. If you are a language teacher, then you know how to do this. That you have the tools, you have the subjects, you have the topics in your lesson to really teach them. But if you are not a language teacher, but you really want na ma-improve yung public speaking nila, yun nga, pwede ko rin i-advise sa'yo sa nagtanong is yung kaninang sinabi ko na let them be involved in smaller tasks hanggang sa mabuild nila yung confidence nila. Kunyari, pwede rin naman, for example, group setup. Pwede mong sabihin sa groups na yon or group na yon na, okay, mag-assign kayo kung sino magsasabi ng lines na to. Pwede dun sa pinaka nahihiya talaga, pwede yung parang sobrang maikling line lang para at least maramdaman niya na hindi ako out of place, na pwede para ako magsalita. And again, it will build confidence in our students. So, ayun po yung sagot ko sa last question natin for today.
That's all the questions that we have for now, sir. Any last reminders to our viewers for today?
Yeah, last reminders, everyone. Again, thank you for listening. Thank you for being with me. I hope you find a lot of value in what I discussed today. And if you want to connect with me, I have my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram being shared right now. And sabi ko kanina, no, the things that I mentioned today is actually most of it is from the workshop that I attended. And gusto ko lang din sana na invite kayo into this workshop. Actually, 2 workshops siya. Number 1 is teacher nakamute ka. It's from Voicebox Training University. Teachers, this is I think this is 12 to 16 days. Again, umattend lang din ako ng workshop kaya hindi ko masyadong yung information. But the Josh, the trainer, is actually a good friend of mine. So I would like to invite everyone, kung gusto niya matutunan effective speaking in online classes more, kung gusto niya matuto ng mga technical skills like how to do Zoom presentations or whatever video conferencing tools we have, you attend this workshop. 16-day step-by-step training and support for teachers. And it also, I think one of the topics ng Voicebox dito is really helping you emotionally. I believe kasi during these times, hindi lang students natin yung nakaka-experience ng emotional struggles and concerns, even us. So, and last one, yung inattended ko ang workshop before, it's a 3-day intensive workshop, September 14, 15, 16. So that is next week, if I'm not mistaken, Monday to Wednesday, 4 to 7 p.m. This is batch 7. I'm part of batch 5. Gusto ko lang kayo invite dito kasi as teachers, I think we should share learnings from each other. And what's good about this, everyone, is again, if you can connect with me, if you can message me within today, the first 10 people, kasi binigyan ako ng voice box ng opportunity to give back then. The first 10 people that will message me, I will give you a discount sa workshop na to. So, ayun lang. Happy Teachers Month. Thank you for listening and hope to see you personally sa mga nakapalang nito. Thank you.
There we have it. In behalf of Evolve Group, I would like to thank you, Sir Charles, for being our speaker for this morning, for giving our viewers an insightful learning session. It is an honor to have you with us, sir. And to all our Kabibal viewers, all thanks to you for continuous patronage to our daily learning session. We do encourage you to subscribe and watch on our official Kabibal Facebook and YouTube channel. Muli, maraming salamat at magandang araw sa ating lahat.